Assalamualaikum. My name is Ammar and today I'm going to talk about a product that I have been using for quite some time. But before we begin, have you ever had a problem of not having enough time to clean up after your bedroom? You know, to wash your bed sheets, pillowcase, and if you're rich enough, curtains. Well, I've got just the product for you. Now, as a fellow student, I understand. You don't have all the time in the world. You have to do assignments, projects, and obviously co-curriculum, which are very important. Equally as important as those is our cleanliness. Now, I don't just mean by taking a bath or brushing your teeth. I meant that cleanliness in your bedroom. You have to make sure the place you're sleeping is clean after all, and that will take up a lot of time, especially if you're washing stuff using washing machines. But with the product I'm reviewing right now, I got just the thing for you. Now, before we begin, we have a couple of previews we need to talk about. Right? The first one, I'm going to talk about the product itself. When it was made, how to use it, all that stuff. And secondly, we're going to talk about the good and the negatives of using this product. And after that, we're going to talk about similar products that you might prefer over this one. After that, we're going to talk about, and finally, we're going to talk about what I would rate this and 3 reasons why you should need to buy this thing, in my opinion, obviously. Firstly, moving on to our next point, we're going to talk about the good qualities of this product. Now, my personal favorite is that it's very, very worth it. It's very cheap in my opinion. Now, what I mean by that, for example, this one, which is around 370 milliliters, is around 9 ringgit. It's not bad, especially since most of the time you don't use this often. At most, you use it once a day or twice a day. But most people just use it 3 times a week most of the time, and that's very worth it in my opinion. And the biggest one, 800 milliliters, which is almost more than double this amount, is only 20 ringgit. That's pretty good. Now, the second reason is the aroma isn't too strong. This is especially important to someone like me because I really hate most perfumes that smell way too strong for me. It just gives me a headache. But this does not. In fact, it smells subtle, but in a good way. Now, the third point is it's pretty obvious, and its functional use is to kill bacteria. Make sure your pillowcase, bed sheets, and even your bedroom cleaner. Now, sadly, there are some things that I also don't like about it. Not just me, but also other people. The first one is also being the aroma isn't too strong. Now, again, for me personally, it's not that bad. But for some other people I've heard talking about this item, it's something they complain about, which I understand. Right? Everyone has their own opinions. You can't change that. Moving on to the next point is the fact that this specific product is recommended for fabric. Now, again, it can be used for other things, but it's mostly effective on fabric, as we discussed. And the final one is the overabundance of plastic. As you can see, almost every part of this is made of plastic. Every part of this is made of plastic. Now, that obviously can be bad for the environment, which led people to buy more metallic air fresheners, which, to be fair, has their own merits. Continuing to our third point, we're going to talk about other brands that are similar but have their key differences, where some people might prefer the other over this product specifically. Now, the other brands that people always compare this to is Glade. Now, the difference between Glade and FEBREZE is honestly just minuscule. It's mostly design. Although In Malaysia specifically, Glade is more popular than FEBREZE, interestingly enough. Although in my opinion, I don't think that matters. I think just most people just use Glade, either out of preference or just they don't really care which the difference. Personally, I also don't care, but I've been using FEBREZE for a very long time. After that, I'm going to give you my rating of this product. And my rating of this product is an easy 8.5 out of 10. Now, it's almost perfect, but like I said, there are a few problems with it. But still, a very good product nonetheless. Very beneficial. Now, if you're still not convinced, well, I've got 3 reasons why you should buy this thing. The first one is, like I said a couple of times, although it is mainly used for fabric, there are a lot of other ways you could use it. For example, you can use it against other type of material like cotton. You could also clean your table with it, you know, just especially, again, this product is very useful if you're in a hurry. For example, you want to clean a stain, just grab your cloth and then just wipe your mirrors. Easy. A lot of this is very versatile, as I would say. Very versatile, as I would say. The second reason is what I'm alluding when I first started this. The second reason is, again, very important for students like me who is always in a hurry. You can clean your pillowcase, bed sheets, and curtains very easily. For example, compare washing using a washing machine, which, to be fair, is more effective, but it took up a long time, especially if you're in a dorm room like me. You have a lot of students wanting to use the washing machine, so it would at least take a couple of hours, almost days, in fact. But with this, as long as the stains or it's not too dirty, just spray it and let it dry. Simple as that. And lastly is the most obvious one. If you're bored with one aroma, for example, like I am. In conclusion, what did we talk about today? Well, we talked about the first one being we talk about the product itself and how to use it. We talk about the good and the bad. You know, what you gain from using this, what you lost from using this. And then we're going to talk about the products that are very similar that you may prefer. And then finally, I give my ratings, which is very high, and the 30 reasons why you need to buy this stuff. Now, as a fellow student, like I said before, I would love to make my fellow students' life much easier and quicker and more efficient and cleaner. I will be showing you where to buy this in the link down below. And that's all from me. Thanks for listening to my review. I'll be back soon.